Hey YouTube. So I don't know how many of you people watch like Joshua Bardwell or any of those guys, but oftentimes they like to promote a product or the best thing. Well, I went and decided to purchase this best thing, and this is what I got. This is the worst $14 I have ever spent. Like really, it's an inch and a half wide by 5 inches long, and it's silicone rubber with adhesive on it. It's it's ridiculous. Like why? $14. I couldn't. I don't know. It's just funny. And then other ideas, you think it's a good idea at first, and then later on you're like, why in the hell did I do that? So here's my beeper, and I was watching a video, and he mounted it right to the flight controller, and I thought, wow, that'll save some wire and be convenient until you crash. Upside down, and you break your top plate, and it freaking almost takes out your flight controller. This used to stick up quite a bit more. And all the wires in there, they could have shorted out, the wires that go into the buzzer. They could have shorted out next to the pads next to it. It just could have been way more problems than it's worth. So, uh, eh, it's an old Nighthawk 250, but actually it's 270 millimeters across here. So I don't know. I'm kind of a cheap ass. I really want an alien, but I'm trying to get away a little cheaper right now. Uh, so I went and ordered the Martian 2, and it should be showing up here any day. But I'm basically going to take this one, take all the electronics out of it. Definitely going to remove that off the flight controller, and I'm going to probably hot glue it to the frame on the new one here, and I'm sure that's going to be a much better solution to mounting it to the flight controller. Basically, yeah, it's my fault, and it's a convenient idea, but I don't know. I just don't want to sacrifice a $20 part when you don't have to. Uh, so yeah, that's that. Uh, and after getting this, I was thinking, why couldn't a person just make their own? So here I am with my idea today, and we're going to attempt to make our own dampening stuff. And what I'm going to do it with is this stuff right here. Silicone, 100% silicone. Window, door, attic, trim, flashing. Will not shrink, crack, break, or break down, wash away, or yellow. Well, whatever. I had some left over after sealing up my sink that I installed in my kitchen, a new sink and cupboards and all that. So, and I got almost a full tube left over. So what am I going to do with it? And a tube of this is probably, I don't know, $5-6. Even at that, that's half the price of this. Half the price. And you got probably, you probably got at least 10 of these in there. So here's, I got this. And I got these for spacers. There's just some old servo tubes for RC airplanes. I got some creases in there so the inner tube doesn't slide freely in there. And then I found a piece of glass laying around that I had, and I put a coat of wax on here, just regular old turtle wax. I got like 6 or 7 of these things laying around. So, you buy them, you lose them, forget where you put them, whatever. That seems to be my problem anyway. So I put some wax on there. Just wipe this off here. Old shirt rags, whatever. So I just put this on here. And it depends on how you want to do it. I mean, you can measure everything up and do it the way you want to. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay these down here, and if I can find some tape, which I have around here someplace. Good old painter's tape. I use this stuff on my 3D printer. Works great. So we'll just tape this down here. There we go. So it's been sitting a while. The tip's kind of a little, a little hardened, but we're just gonna goop this in here, maybe. Doesn't have to be perfect. Is that like 5 inches? Yeah, it's 5 inches long. Yeah, this will work. It could be a good squeegee. It's just a wedge. It's got a little oil, mineral oil in it from my old rock saw that I had. And we're just gonna squeegee this back and forth. I'm not too worried about making a mess. We just want it to go in there. And there's a few air bubbles in there. Probably get it, laid it down better. Probably be better. But not so interested in it. Pop it maybe. Put some in there. Pop that one. Oh. Yeah, there's a few air bubbles in there. It won't be perfect, but hey, you let this stuff set up for, let's see, Well, it says it's rain ready in 30 minutes. I'm sure if you let this sit for a couple of days or maybe even a day, it'll firm right up. So we're going to take this and let it harden up, and with the wondrous thing of video editing, we'll be back and we'll see what it turned out like.